Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Siti Karni Sabiti Deswandi from MC1101A. In today's speech video, I will talk about Malaysian peculiarities. Malaysians are a unique bunch of individuals. Although we made up of people from different races and creeds, we always share the same similarities that inherently make us as Malaysian. The cultural habits, norms, and quirks are the terms that define us as Malaysian. To foreigners, these characteristics can be quite confusing, amusing, irritating, or weird at times. To help you to know Malaysian better, you should know its culture and its people first. So, what are the meaning of peculiarities? Peculiarities are unusual habits that are shown by certain people, where in this speech, I will talk about Malaysian people. These habits are not something that they are being born with. This is something that they are being trained or being taught with. To help you to get an idea of what of my speech video is about, I will share to you a 25-second video of Malaysian peculiarities.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey,
where you are?
I'm on the way.
What's wrong?
Dude, I've just been looking for parking for an hour. I can't find any.
No parking? You blind, are you?
Based on the video, what do you understand from it? Never mind, I will explain to you more. There are 15 cultural habits to be understood in Malaysia, including both good and bad habits. I will divide into two. Firstly is a good habits. As we've seen on this picture, we tend to call the eldest person as uncle or auntie because since we are little, we are being taught to call them so to show some respect for us to them, regardless of knowing them or not. Other than that, we give a gift of money during festive season or wedding. For example, Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Deepavali, Chinese New Year, or even wedding, we tend to give a small packet of money to them. Moreover, we start the conversation with "have you eaten?" because we want to fit the conversation with the situation that we are currently living now. Other than that, we seem to know where to find the best food because Malaysia has different kinds of food and we are living in rich foods. So that's why people ask for our suggestion and recommendation. Moreover, we tend to give a full support towards Malaysian athletes, especially during Olympic days. Malaysia has created one of the supporters team called Atras Malaya that will support Malaysian footballers on every matches that they go. And lastly, we tend to spend time at Mama restaurant. This is because Mama has the cheapest food that you can find in Malaysia. And during a special event like watching football game, we tend to ask our family or friends to come to Mama to see the football games on a big screen. Moving on to the bad habits. Firstly, Malaysians are not time conscious. Whether it's a formal or informal meeting, they will always come late. Moreover, they will like to double parking like it's a common sight for them. They can be pretty creative on doing a parking spot just to access to a place that they want to go in a fast way. Other than that, they will not apply the driving ethic, especially on the road. They will just disobey the laws. Moreover, they will tend to get any discount on things that they buy. For example, if they bought a laptop, they will ask is there any discount or free items that they get when they bought the thing. Other than that, they will usually use a multi-language. For example, Malaysian has created this one language called Manglish, where you put Malay and English in one center. For example, what lawe? You pergi makan without me, macha. Lawe is things that Chinese always spoke to call a person, while macha is a term for a man in Tamil, while pergi in English is going. So they like to mix up even though it's a formal meeting that they want to have a formal conversation. Other than that, most Malaysians are very impatient, so they like to cutting the queues. Other than that, they were spitting in public and they will throw out the trash out of the window and littering as they walk. And lastly, they will always ignore the public signs and rules. For example, they will smoke at non-smoking area and they will park at no parking zone area. Based on this habit, what are the effects towards country image and society perception? Firstly, it will train the next generation to not be disciplined and have a strong attitude. For example, they will not be punctual on time, they will not follow the rules, and they will disobey the laws. Other than that, it will give a negative perception towards the foreigner or visitor. Malaysians are very proud to show their bad habits towards others country because they find it very special, but turn out is something that is very not good to show and is very unnecessary. And lastly, we can follow the advancement of technology but not on our cultural mindset. This is because no matter how many advancements that the government has made, if we still stick with the same mindset and habits, then we cannot be advanced and be a good example towards other countries. In conclusion, there are good and bad on cultural habits that we can recognize and understand with. As Malaysian, I'm very proud that we can still live in peace and be together no matter what happens. As a Malaysian, we should follow all the good habits and try to change the negative habits toward positive way. This is because the power is in our hands. If we could change it today, then it will not be possible for us to have a better future. Think about your next generation and the young generation. You want to have a better future and better Malaysia, right? So please do change those bad habits to a positive way. Thank you so much.